Well, down on Soggy Bottom Farms today, we've got this horse float that I bought ages ago, and some guy had put a flaw in it. He told me he's a fabricator. I think he might have been an exaggerator, because he had planks and there were huge gaps in between. I don't know what he theory was. Anyway, I ripped all that out. I've just put ply in. I've got guards. The guards on it had it, so I've got some new guards made up. I basically just got to prime them up and fit them back on. That in itself was a bit of a mission because they're oddball guards, so I had to get them made to fit. But otherwise it's not a bad float really. So yeah, just put this in. As you can see, a mess everywhere. So that there's just, I got it holding in there by a few bolts, or screws they are. So anyway, I've got to take them out again and put them into this. So basically when the horse comes up against it, or anything, you don't want them hitting that, that's just ridiculous. So this will slide up, like on this side. So, it's a cake. We'll see what happens with this float. I don't really want it, I just thought I'd something to do, tidy it up, might probably sell it. Oh, hang on, I'll just show you. So what I've already done, I haven't filmed it, but I've put new brakes on it, new master cylinder, new disc pads, new brake line, put that on, this brake line in. Okay, I went and got me a sheet of ply from town. I've cut it for the size of this door. I've painted this, but I'll do that before I put it on, because I don't think I'll paint this ply. Okay, next thing is get the screws out, measure out where to put them and do it. Okay, I've got this screwed down now, so not all of the screws but most of them, just for now. It looks like it's going to rain, so I might just pack it in for a little while. So this here, it's got to measure a piece out for this. I think it's 200 plus 15, something like that. I'll measure it again and see what happens. Okay, I've got the back door done. I put that last piece on it just there. I've done up in the front where I didn't have that piece on, so got that, and then took the door off because the door had a little bit of rust, so I've taken that out, ground the rust out, primed it up, and then I started on these guards. Now remember I told you these are oddball guards, only oddball in the sense they're longer than what you normally would buy guards at. Off memory I think they were longer, yeah. And so I had to get them made. I got a hold of this guy, yeah, we make them, no problem. Gave him the measurements, right, and got them couriered to me, and back in my days they were the wrong measurements, and I rang him up, told him the wrong measurements. He sent me an email saying measure it from here, measure it from there. I said doesn't matter where I measure it from, mate, they're wrong. So what I've had to do, they were short, they're alright, no problem, they were short, so I had to put that spacer in, which is no big deal but just a bit of a nuisance that you pay good money. And he was can't remember now, I think it was 20 mil out, yeah. Especially when my measurements were bang on, and they emailed me a diagram, which I filled out a diagram. So I checked that again, and I was bang on with my measurements. So, but anyway, I got that one on. Just drilled the holes for this one, and I'm going to slap it on this side. And then put that door back on, bit of lining inside, and I'm going to put some checker plate just along the front here, because there's a couple of places where it's a little rough and been dented like that, and yeah, just it'll make it look a bit better. You know, at the end of the day, it's still an old horse float, but a good old horse float, so have brakes and all that kind of stuff on it. Yeah, all good. So I'll carry on working and see where we end up. Oh, first coat's on. We'll let that dry for a day or so, and then I'll put the second coat on. Those parts there you think I've missed? No, I haven't. It's going to be checker plate, which I've got for it. As I said before, there's a few dents. Pretty hard to take those out, so I'll put checker plate on. It'll look all good, and I might put checker plate across the door as well, because I've got enough for it. So yep, do that. So on the floor inside this float, I've just completed the front part of it and put rubber down. I've got rubber to go down on this part. I just welded this in. Don't know if anyone noticed it, but it was cut off up with my welding there. It was just there, and so the partition was just hanging on that bar. So you can imagine what that was doing. So anyway, I welded that in there. Oh, there it is. There's my weld there. Bit rough. Don't laugh. That will hold it. And welded that onto that plate, and then that's drilled right through the floor, secured down. So she's real secure now. And the partition, I've just cut the plywood for that and pot riveted onto the actual partition itself. So we'll get that painted, and now I'm going to go and cut the checker plate for the front. So that's going to be interesting. It's got to be bang on. I can't mess that one up. So and in here you'll see that stuff there. That will go in up against the wall, and that was that denting that I was talking about before. There's no big deal, but this stuff here, you'll see when I get it in, it looks real nice, and that will just help strengthen that up, and if they put anything in, it won't dent it like it did before. And what else I got to do? Oh, I've got to get some new windows for it. Yeah, as you can see, that one's broken. This bucket had it. So I'll do 2 of them on the side. So I'll get to and cut this checker plate. I won't bore you with my cutting because it mightn't be good to look at. But anyway, we'll get that on the side and see what it looks like. I've just finished putting a checker plate on this side, and it was quite easy to cut the size really. So I used a cutting wheel on a grinder to get my actual length, and then I just had to cut a little nick out there to get the level right at the bottom. And I've done the other side, but this one's got hinges on it, which is a bit of a nuisance. So I'll have to work out how to cover that up. And just see it there. I've had to go around it. So I'll bear with me. See it there. But I can actually take those bolts out and put a piece in there and put them back. You'll just see the bolts, not the hinge. And then I've got to cut this piece up here for the door, and this is the piece that I've got left over. And then once I get it on the door, I'll have to make a strip just to go around the bottom just to even it all up. So I'll start measuring this and cut this one up. Well, I just got that done in time. It's just starting to rain, so that looks alright. Come up all hunky-dory. Okay, because it's going to rain, or is raining I should say, I'm going to pack up my tools and go inside and see if her indoors has got a cup of coffee for me. So I've wired the plug in, all good, wired the lights, everything seems to be working. It's quite simple really. So lights are in, put the mats in, put the partition in, there's really not much more to do apart from take it to get a warrant of fitness, which it is booked in next week. So once that's done, still got to do those front windows, but I can take them out next week, get some perspex when I go to town. So just a matter of hooking it up, taking it in, getting a warrant, put the registration on, and hunky-dory, it's all go. Taking the windows out of this float, been to town, got some new ones cut out for it, so I'll proceed to put them in. Well, I'll put the 2 windows in. It's a waste of time trying to video it because it's quite tricky and it takes a long time, especially being old rubbers. But anyway, they're in on both sides, so I'll take all that stuff off tomorrow because it's getting late now, and then she's off to get a warrant and registration, and then she's all road legal and hunky-dory, ready to go. So we'll leave it as it is for now, and I'll have another look at it tomorrow. It's all finished, windows are in, taking it in for a warrant of fitness, past that, flying colours. It's registered for 12 months, so all road legal and ready to go. I might just put it on Trade Me and sell it. Because I only get it to do things. Since I'm retired, I just like mucking around and doing things, doing them up. Keeps me interested. But yeah, not a bad float actually. For what it is, like it's... Hang on, just open it. Yeah. So it's a Stallion Fuller. That's the make of this horse float. Maybe I could give it a wash now that it's all done. Not that that's going to do anything to it. So that will end this video. Hope you enjoyed it. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Helps it all tick along nicely. Catch you later. Check out my next one coming up soon.